Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, back to another episode of the Holy Roman Empire World Conquest One Tag and One Faith attempt. Now, I've been thinking in between episodes here, guys. I did actually make a fully, I guess, decent composition template of fully composed of mercenaries. And it costs us like over 2k. Costs us almost 2,149 ducats here. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what that does for our upkeep. But I'm going to be probably buying at least 2 of those, just dropping them down to help us against Ming. Although, let's have a look here. Yeah, we have 209 more additional mercenaries available. So we could easily get 3 and almost 4 of those templates to help us against Ming, which is going to begin shortly. However, there's a little bit of stuff I want to do here. Most of this region is Catholic. So I want to be adding these to... that's not Catholic. Just quickly add a trade league, and although we haven't added everything, hopefully this will be enough here to grab us a merchant. Just making sure these are Catholic provinces, you know, without having to add anything. That way the tedium can kind of be laid to rest here. There we go. That's a Catholic one with a coastal center of trade. So hopefully grabbing us an additional merchant here. And we could probably do a similar thing in other regions. So this is Catholic. Oh, that's already been added. Okay. There's actually some unrest there that this helps with. Now, I know that some of these are Catholic and some of them are not. At least I thought that was the case. Maybe I'm mistaken. There we go. Become edified. So in this trading area, that's not Catholic yet, but it soon will be, I think. I'm trying to get a merchant from each one and then just like quit this because it's so tedious, but some of these are Catholic. Unfortunately, we don't own them all. I'd be surprised actually if we do get the... we haven't added like a coastal center of trade or anything like that, so probably wasting my time here. The Philippines, this should be an easy one that we can get if we haven't had already, because we've got a lot of Catholic provinces here. So I think we just got at least 2 merchants, which I probably could have had for a while, to be honest, but I've been a little bit slacking and lazy in this department. So tedious sometimes to add and remove everything. Alrighty. Now there's one other thing I want to do, because our unrest is just through the roof. It's just so hard to manage with the overextension and everything. And you can see here that we're getting +5 unrest due to the counter-revolution. So not only does declaring on France give us the reaction, which is -10 unrest, but it also gets rid of that. So it's going to modify our unrest by 15. Which means most of these places that we do have unrest are going to disappear. Some of them are not, like Heathens provinces here. We got a modifier of 20. But honestly, if our overextension goes away, they are close to being stable. Especially if we get like an unrest advisor. So I'll definitely consider swapping out to an unrest advisor for a few months to help rebels diminish, and then switch back to a missionary advisor. But what I'm trying to say is I'm going to be declaring on France here. Now, if we look at him, he is still fighting this war, but there are only 2 subjects remaining. And I think, considering he holds the capital, this guy is the only guy up here fighting the war. And the war has dragged on and on and on. I think it is safe to say that he's actually won the war. What I intend to do is basically declare this war here. And I don't have any intention of actually peacing out anytime soon, but that's going to really help stabilize our country while we do other things. hoping again that he will... oh my goodness, our capital has been sieged. I didn't even bloody well realise that happened last episode. Let's get that back ASAP, because that's giving us war exhaustion, I imagine. And there's the reaction, and the counter, whatever it's called, reaction or whatever, revolution has gone away. Perfect. If we look at our overextension here, we're not going to be able to do all that much, right? So I am finding Japan, Norway, right? So we did, okay, there we go. We did actually get 3 merchants. Lags every bloody time I open this up, but I think the English Channel, that's not worth that much. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. That's all coming out. There's not that much there. Probably somewhere in India like this. Look how much there is in Goa. Let's transfer there to the Gulf of Aden. And the Gulf of Aden is going to increase like crazy. So let's bring that probably actually to Alexandria. I'll control. We will lose way less there. Also, I noticed that this is going to Venice, which is okay. We get all of it anyway. But let's just make Genoa, considering we're collecting there, a total beast. Yeah, so I'll make sure that's going up to Alexandria. We should have huge control there when our merchant goes. And let's have a look. Much less here. And there's a huge amount coming through Ceylon. I suppose we should just train that through. That's probably, even though most of it is coming this way, that's probably the best place to put our merchant here. Yep. Hopefully we can get ahead of these rebels, and then, yeah, hopefully there's not really any more rebels coming along here, but I was supposed to be piecing out Norway when we can. I suggest in a few months. Now, he's Catholic, so most likely these provinces, as long as they are Catholic, they should be stable in our current situation. Especially if our overextension disappears, or the main bulk of it here. Let's quickly get Pesht back, though. And I'm going to begin a mighty war with Ming. The war with Ming, guys, I mean, God, we don't have much time left in the game. The War of Ming shall be known as the War of... It shall be known as Operation Jack Ming's Forts. I'm really, really hoping that attacking Ming and eliminating as many of his forts in one go. That's what I'm really hoping to do. So that when we declare on him again, we don't have to... Yeah, look how much better the unrest is. Siege those forts back. So all of this Coptic region should have just been stabilized. Although some of it has revolted. I saw that it had... There we go. You see, that was massively unrested. Because it modified this by 15. That's a good move. Now the other thing that I wanted to do is go and... I was gearing up towards declaring here. As last time I checked, he is not a protectorate of Ming. Tibet was not going to back him up. But Tibet has finished this war with Bahmanis, so... so much going on. Where the heck is my navy? There it is, in the Maldives. Okay. Alright. Let us go this way. Needless to say, I'll siege this back as soon as I possibly can. And Norway finally can be peaced. So we've, oh, one of them's a colony, I suppose. Yep, it is. We have eliminated some of the sort of more tedious factions that are around. I'm wondering, yes, okay, there we go. France does have some actual units here. I was wondering if that's the case. Hey, he pieced out, so there's no way that guy liberated himself. Sweet. Sweet. Good. Thank goodness. Who's stronger in the New World, do you think, guys? Maybe us, eh? maybe our poor New Hungary might get a little bit ricoronied, but I think we're stronger in the New World. Because we're going to be at war for some time with the French. Trying to kind of abuse the situation of the unrest situation. And we're trying to go for 100% with Scandinavia. I really don't want to siege that fort in the mountains, but we have to deal with his troops. I think let's take these guys out and then run up north with them to kind of... Gosh, there's just so much to do. It's not fast enough. It's not carpet siege enough. This guy was going for France. Yeah, I mean we'll take that out and we'll walk north with him, I suppose. Oh wow, those guys were much sooner to spawning than I actually realized. I'm hoping that our rebel factions are beginning to dwindle. There's only one Armenian. Sweet. Cool. In that case, I was hoping it only costed 50. Really? The one province cost 79? What's up with that? I do have to do some harsh treatment is the thing, guys. Okay, that was the Scandinavian capital that just fell. Let us quickly siege up as much of his land as we can, do a bit of a carpet siegerino, and if I can take out his troops here, that should put him kind of low enthusiasm, I suggest. And let's have a look at how much the full annexation costs here. He doesn't have a colony, does he? No, those are just islands. I don't think he... I mean, he doesn't have a colonial nation that I'm selecting, I don't think. Just a couple islands. That is the full annexation, and it's not very much overextension, thankfully. Sweet. Okay, so we can do a quick calculation here. 100% war score cost would only be, theoretically, if there's a correlation there, should only be like 70 overextension. So I think we're not overextended at this stage if we fully annex France, assuming that we don't have other stuff going on. Overextension. Well, you dummy, you can just check that as well, can't you? Because we're at war with them now. Now, it will be a shame not to get that reaction. Yeah, sweet. Now, he might have the odd thing around, but that's only 80%. Like, he's got colonies out here. Yeah. So we have to make sure we get everything, but fantastic. The counter-revolution will go away, at least permanently, because we've been, for those of you who don't realize, we've been enduring that +5 unrest, like, just permanently. It's so brutal. So brutal. What's going on in Japan? I don't have access out there. I can't walk past the fort. So we're waiting on that siege. We are still core and kill were up. Damn it! I must get Navy out here ASAP. Let's go down to 22. So this is like a completed stack. We'll keep that in mind. Where's my other navy? One's in Japan, isn't it? Let's move out. We only need one stack here in Japan. It takes 16 months to convert those, over a year. Brutal. Oh man, how's our religious unity looking? It's gone up a lot, guys, actually. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. It's gone up a lot. I don't know how many episodes it was ago when I last checked, but okay, Inca's getting integrated by Great Britain, that's fine. I was thinking that we have to deal with this at some stage as well, but if the British do it, we can take the British out. We want to do one more, I guess, actually short-ish war against him. He's just over 100%, which is brutal. Just over. I don't think our absolutism can get much higher, guys. We have the golden era going. I really don't think there's any way that I can make him under 100% that I know of. We've got diplomatic ideas. Yeah, so we'll try to do a quicker kind of war against the British with a shorter truce time, and then go in for the full annexation, but we want to make sure that he's not absolutely weak and loses control of his subjects. Yeah, I think I might have cut myself off, but what I was saying is, I remember we were at like 60, and it changed by 6 to 61, religious unity. But, I'm just glad to look, and it's gone up by like 15%. Because there's so much to go in terms of... I mean, at that rate, we will easily convert our own country. But there's so much of the rest of the world to go as well. Our subjects are having a very hard time, understandably. The idea is that as soon as they have converted everything, or are near converting everything at least, we're going to begin integrating these subjects. So I know that it demoralizes them a little bit by sitting on their fort. That's what I'm trying to do there. Yeah, the war score's pretty good. He's bloody well. Hang on, let's do this. Let's do that. Stop him from walking over. You cannot escape. You shall not pass, you fool. I guess we'll come all the way down here, I suppose. Because I need more troops there. That seems so far. Yeah, our army composition is not very good here. I should have been just bringing that back over. I think I will do that. Go like that. It's so hard to manage everything. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's just that I'm trying to do it efficiently, and when I'm not doing it efficiently, I want to kill myself. Okay, Southern Chinese, we cannot complete that. Indonesian, East Indian. That's like there, I think. Right? So that's not going to work. Indonesian, I think, should be working. Dutch West Indies. Oh, he's never going to... He's a colonial nation. Okay. So this is Indonesian, is it? Let's have a look here. I think so. One of these two. Well, hang on a second. We should be able to eyeball it. Yeah, it's this one that we don't have the influence in. I am converting this province. Okay, so that's going to give us another dude going down the line. We'll get a little duty dude there, merchant. I am kind of more... There we go. Our economy's gone up quite a crap load. I should be making sure... Yes, that is going to Alexandria. And let's do a cheeky... Oh, wow. Our influence here is not good at all in Goa. We need to improve our influence because there's so much money there. I guess we've only got 1% there anyway. Let's try to train it through a little bit. It might actually be worth jamming like all the lightships that we have. Yep. I think let's take some of these lightships and just jam them and go up. I am interested, like more intrigued with my economy because the more we're rolling in the dough, the more we can abuse the mercenaries, as our manpower is completely kaput right now. Okay, we got the war score for Japan, so it's just going to be about, I think, let's have a quick check, demoralizing him enough. That is their full annexation. Sweet. Sweet. As far as these are concerned, I guess let's take artillery damage. We got a lot of cannons, and that damage is going to help us combat Ming. If he doesn't have something like that, then there we go. That's actually like a military... I mean, we got to even it up with Ming or slash make our dudes stronger, you know what I'm saying? Now let's go protect trade in Goa. Oh, that's Genoa. There we go. We're sending like 126 light ships over there, so that should do a good job pulling like a massive amount. Let's stuck these guys. Stickety stuck them on the island there, and that's going to be an easy stack wipe of them. We're at 77 already, so I suggest that he's about to be fully annexable as well. He's going to try reinforce, so let's go on to his provinces. We took a terrible engagement here because I wasn't paying attention, but there we go. I want to be helping my subjects as well clean up their rebels. Alrighty. Why is Japan only medium enthusiasm? That doesn't quite seem right. You are dead, you damn Japanese. You lovely Japanese. You are damn deads. Dead arenas. Okay, we've got to fix that. We just really need to fix that, make sure that we have discipline. I think discipline is what's going to help us the most against Ming. Okay, let's go fight the French. Yeah, that's not cool. We have to clean these guys up here. He seems close enough to do something. Well, oh boy, our rebel factions have entirely disappeared. Now, we're not going to have this kind of situation again where our rebel factions diminish fighting the French, but at least we won't have to deal with the horrible amount of unrest that we have been dealing with. It won't be so brutal, but it's really nice to get on top of those rebels, I would suggest. This is annoying. I suspected something like that might happen. Let's try to heal them up there. It's no problem. Scandinavians are super strong, but hopefully they're about to be super dead. Yeah. They are indeed super dead. That's good. It's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Yep. He's close to the full annex acceptance, and so is Japan. Alrighty, how's our core progress doing? Not so hot, I imagine, because some of these are not progressing at all. But we don't need the perfect 100%. That's only 42, and this is, how much is this? 35. So that's like, what, like almost 80? Yeah. It's going to be important, though, that we stop him from reinforcing. And this guy, put him back to work. God dang it, game. I need a +3 discipline. There's no doubt about that. Alrighty, where should we be converting? Japan. Japan. Yep. Let's stabilize the crap out of Japan so that we don't have to deal with this any longer. If we stabilize the provinces that we just took, then we should be able to just leave once and for all, hopefully. Now the navies are coming, right? Right? No, one of them's bloody well not. Okay. Jeez. Let us go! Now this guy, he had a counterpart here. I'm gonna merge him with that. Come down here and help out our subjects. Let's try to even defend him from peasants. He's got -1 stability, the poor guy. They are coring most of the stuff up, which is good. Now, they are Catholics trying to convert non-Catholic provinces, which are, they're actually not, they're the heathens, not heretics, and it's making me nervous. Their missionary strength should not be very good, quite frankly. Like, even this guy, his 3 development province, he's not converting it. That guy doesn't exactly have any excuse not to. What are you doing to me, game? I thought they would convert their provinces. Now, diplomatic relation could actually help us out here. We are, well, not quite, but at risk of suffering from unbalanced research. But I want another relation slot for another subject. I've got so many guys in India chilling. I should be using some of these guys, you freaking moron, monk. You moron! You moron, I say! It's got good army, good composition there. Yeah, we got troops here. We got troops here. I was trying to transport these guys down, some of them down here. But this is just brutal. I'm starting to worry, is Tibet going to back them up? No. Tibet's still pretty in dismal shape. Quite dismal shape. That's good. These are all of the French troops. Let's deal with them. And most of our bloody guys are rank 1. Let's re-roll a few. That is the full annexation. Good, good, good. Alright, and Japan, is he able to recruit at all? No. There we go. So let's sort this out. I should, as soon as the Maldives is cored, I should convert it to Catholic, because if it hasn't revolted by then, it probably will not revolt at that stage. That's actually costing me a ridiculous amount of money, like doing that every bloody month. Stupid game. And we're not gaining military points. I might just hire him in the meantime. Send this guy back to Goa, which is going to lag my face. Typical. Standard. This navy should not just be chilling here. Let's go pick a dude up. So we actually lack cannons a little bit out here in these provinces, it seems. I would prefer... It's 5. If that wasn't the case, just so that I know if I'm utilizing something, let's do 10, that it is you know, not one stack is superior to another in terms of sieging a province down. So let's sort that out there. Those combined is what, 15? Okay, so this is the only leftover bit that does not have composition, good composition. Now the question is, our stability is full. Do we want manpower 15% or inflation? I actually think inflation, honestly, because we're going to start getting some pretty negative events here if we get above 10. And I don't feel like reducing it with my admin. So let's do that. Let's actually avoid his capital, because I plan to be fighting the French for quite some time, and I want to avoid the long war, call for peace kind of dealio, if possible. I'm enjoying this reaction. Okay, I can actually reach that fort. That's good. Good to see. Try to avoid suffering some attrition. That's probably not the best use of our generals though, but let's go pick one of these stacks up and begin a war here as well. And trust me guys, I have no idea how long it's going to take, honestly, in terms of episodes and like time in real life, but in terms of not very long, hopefully, in game terms, I do plan to go in against Ming. Trust me. What I'm going to try to do is land a tremendous amount of troops here, and I'm actually going to just hit this twice, 2 or 3 times in the north. And I assume we should be able to get access through his tributaries, whatever they're called. I don't know. We'll see. I think what will happen is he will get access and we will get access as well because of it. But, yep. I want to swarm the ever-living crap out of him, basically. Another thing, guys, because I keep in mind I have very little experience myself in this patch. I'm wondering, if I declare on Ming, then at that stage can I declare on Tibet, for example, and Ming doesn't back him up? Because although people, so many people are saying we want to abuse this scenario with Ming of attacking his subjects so that we can go back into war with them, I do agree, but quite frankly, we have many opportunities to do that. Many opportunities to do that. And I would like some of the larger nations like Tibet, whose war score cost is 159%, even at this stage, with our maximum, the most admin efficiency that we're actually going to get, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 0 point something percents. I would like to just take a big chunk of land from Tibet, is what I'm trying to say, without dealing with Ming, if possible, as well. That's something I want to consider to just make it easier. But of course, we are waiting right now currently on our land to be caught up. And then we're going to be overextended again massively. We're already working on France, which is a location we can overextend into. Let's heal up our frigates a little bit here. Apparently they're suffering some damage. Yeah, so hopefully Madagascar, actually. Let's focus on Madagascar, convert this up entirely, and we shouldn't have to deal with any revolts there again. Our truce is up here. That's another war that we can easily declare, and the war score cost should not be that high, and the overextension cost, in fact, let's go there right now. Yep, it's good. Trying to eliminate the various areas around the world so that we can focus almost exclusively on China Major. That's a big China. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to stabilize the provinces as well, kind of as an afterthought. Okay. I think... Never mind. I had an obscure thought there, which is actually not relevant. The Japanese, I think they keep murking up and then sending little guys over here. But that's alright. No biggie. No biggie at all. So walking into Highlands there, we should make short work of him. Let's put a bloody general here. These have been set back for quite some time. Progress is not so good. Some of them are just about to core up, but some of them are not so good. So let's check out overextension now. So we can easily do Scandi. You're dead. You lovely guys. You damn lovely guys. Spend admin here to reduce inflation, or, yeah, who cares about autonomy at this stage. Oh, and with, yeah, the reaction stuff, no unrest in these Catholic provinces. Beauty, mate. Beauty, mate. That's really beautiful, mate. Love it. That's really bloody nice to see for a change. No unrest? I think... that one's actually tempting to keep, quite frankly, but 1 fort level 8, screw it. Let's just keep it for now. France is no longer putting up any kind of fight really at all, is he? That's what we kept these here for back in the day. Let's get rid of some of those. Try to improve the economy. I'm going to just keep that 1 fort, like in Europe, screw it. Keep a fort. It does affect our lovely army tradition, help us stop it from decaying, so that as we roll some generals, they're going to be real good, real good. That's something, you know, if our generals start dying off and we start hiring more generals, that's something that could help us against Ming, of course, as well. So we got a lot to focus on, honestly, with our missionaries, but I'd love to do like Russia, so that we don't have those massive revolts, especially as we're going to be over 100% overextension. I'm going to have a little bit of faith here that I can stabilize this if I just focus on it completely. I think I can. Before the next revolt, so I'm going to be deleting that fort. This guy is fighting another war, so screw it. Let's go in while we can. Begin taking him out, and speaking of generals, let's grab a general here. And go pick up another stack, I suppose. So these guys are walking up here, good, it's perfectly appropriate. Next month we'll declare on this. I need to sort out my composition a little bit. Now this is all stable, right? It's all one rebel faction? Yeah, it is. It is. So let's take all of these, come up here, even though we won't need them, sort out our composition a bit, and then we'll have a little bit of a muse of the unrest. I mean, there'll be unrest here, but I think that's about it. Nice. Africa's looking nice nowadays. That is a problem. That's a little cheeky problem. Let's actually use our navy to go deal with that, or else it will never be dealt with. Well, guys, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, guys. This needs to be sieged up so we can continue coring it. The biggest thing that's stressing me out right now is, well, apart from the fact that there's just so much to go, is the fact that these guys are not converting at all. Why do you not convert, my friends? Kind of hoping that they will be prompted to do that. The whole reason I was feeding them here as Catholics is to utilize their own missionaries. Not working out very well, guys, so it feels bad, man. Hoping that something's going to change here in that dynamic. I mean, the issue is that, like, let's have a look. Holy Bro's doing such a good job coring it up. He's not converting anything. The issue is that this guy is not even converting his own capital. So I don't know if you guys could give me some insight. Do client states not even bother converting, considering they have humanist ideas? That's pretty feels bad, man. Pretty feels bad, man. I don't really know what else to say. I guess I perhaps should just begin integrating them, even though it's kind of pointless. I mean, one way of looking at it is that we are sharing the admin cost, so that's fine, I suppose. Like, most of what we've given away would have just had to be caught up anyway. It's not the biggest deal ever, but it's the fact that yeah, it's just going to be so hard, guys. I don't think it's possible, quite frankly, to convert the whole world with the amount of missionaries that we have. Yep. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Needless to say that as soon as we have the overextension space, I'm going to be piecing out Japan, and we're just trucking along here nicely. And pretty soon here, we're going to begin the first war with Ming, where I am literally just going to try hit forts. So the peace offer is I'm going to try take this, that, and so on and so forth, wherever their forts are, including probably the capital, which is 43 development. That's going to cost a lot of war score. But that's the plan, is to take as many. I'll start by taking the ones that are coreable because they're on the coast, and then I'll do like some horrendous border gore in towards their other forts in one war, hopefully making the future wars against them much more decisive and easy. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.